What would you do with $10 million? Our next guests have at least figured out where to put it for now. The Shoppers Foundation for Women's Health is donating that amount to the province of Manitoba, and it's being added to the MMIWG2S Plus Healing and Empowerment Endowment Fund. Jeff Legere is president of Shoppers Drug Mart and chairperson of the registered charity, joining us in studio. Hi, Jeff. Welcome.
Hi, Faith.
And Nahanni Fontaine is the minister responsible for women and gender equity. Also in studio, welcome to the program. Hello.
Miigwech for having me.
Jeff, this is important for you from a charitable perspective and a corporate lens as well, but there are hundreds of charities that are worthy that this money could have gone to. Why was this particularly important for you?
I think we were so impressed with the work that's being done here in Manitoba, and I think a leadership point of view across the country in this particular issue. So we were drawn to it, and at our foundation, our focus is really around women's health, improving inequities that exist, and also Indigenous and women to spirit folks. So this was really right centered into what our foundation's mission is.
What's that conversation like? Because when you have chats about how to spend money, they can be pretty... they can be challenging because, again, this is not an insignificant amount of money. What was the conversation like internally?
I think the conversation internally was actually quite quick. When we heard from the Manitoba government, and I had a chance to meet with Minister Fontaine, she was very convincing that this was an initiative that was important to Manitoba, to folks in Manitoba, but also on a Canadian point of view. So the impact, while it's in Manitoba, and from the dialogue around this issue nationally, was really important to us. And it really actually happened very quickly. So we could have real significant impact here and help what's going on.
And the province initially put $15 million in 2024 to start this. How much will almost doubling the amount in the bank mean for the purpose of the fund?
Yeah, so it means that certainly there's a lot more dollars that we will hopefully get in respective returns every April 1st, give or take, which will directly flow to MMIWG2S families. About 60% of the dollars that we will get back every year from that return will flow directly to MMIWG2S families. We've partnered with Gaganaway on that. And then 40% will come back to the province, which will then go out to Indigenous-led organizations that are working with MMIWG2S families and or on the issue of MMIWG2S. So all of those dollars will flow back out to families and to community.
Right. And the purpose of the fund, I mean, what is it meant to accomplish?
You know, for so long, there is very, very little support, particularly financially, that MMIWG2S families can access to be able to support them on what is a very traumatic journey that I would never wish on anybody. And so from the very beginning, maybe some families are going to need dollars for gas or hotel stays as they come into the city looking for their missing loved one. To the opposite end of the spectrum, you know, what I'm hoping we're going to be able to use some of those dollars is to help people find secure housing, to be able to support MMIWG2S families who want to go to university or college, to be able to help support that, to go to ceremony, to do literally a wide range of activities that will support them directly where they've never had it before.
Jeff, we've heard from racialized folks that they sometimes feel uncomfortable in your stores, whether it's from security or hired police officers to deter shoplifting. A lot of the people with these concerns are the same, could be the same people who are disproportionately impacted by this. How do you reconcile some of those experiences?
Well, I think going back to the vision of what this fund is all about and helping support reconciliation and helping kind of address some of these issues is our commitment to doing this. And we have locations across the country in every small community. And we believe that by helping support this organization, but also the work that we do individually in each small community with our franchise owners, and they're very deeply involved in the community, it's certainly a journey for us to continue to make sure that we're making everybody feel welcome in our locations.
You have a unique frame, right? Because you're both president of the company and also chairperson of this charity that provided this donation. What are you hoping the money that you're donating, what do you hope that it will demonstrate to people?
I think it's a commitment to help this specific, national social issue, which we feel compelled to help support. And I think it is also a reflection. We're a Canadian-owned and operated company. We're in every community across the country. We give back, and we help support organizations that help the community be better.
This was a partnership that you helped put together, your folks put together. Where does this all land with you as you consider our context and as you consider this partnership?
Yeah. I say this quite often. So often folks, a myriad of different folks, always for, the last 26 years will ask me, like, how can I get involved? How can I support MMIWG families? How can I help to raise awareness? The endowment fund allows individuals to be able to do that, to make donations directly that will go to impact the lives of Indigenous families or MMIWG2S families. But the partnership that we have with Shoppers is, our first real big private donor foundation partnership. And what I'm hoping is that it shows the way for other similar groups to step up in a real concerted way to help address this issue, right? So often people say, like, I believe in reconciliation and I want to support. And it's just words. It doesn't have an impact on Indigenous communities. What has an impact is investment.
Money.
Real investment, exactly. And Shoppers has stepped up to do that. And I'm hoping that others will take the guidance of Shoppers and get involved in the endowment fund and make their donations as well.
Jeff, have you had conversations either both as CEO, president of the company, but also as the chairperson with other large charitable organizations or other companies about this work that you're doing?
This is the largest for this particular issue, but we continue to have dialogue across the country with other organizations, and we have a large focus really on menstrual equity and other areas where like that. So that we've actually partnered with other smaller groups across the country from an Indigenous point of view too. But we remain open to continue to help across the country.
Up to Speed doesn't always get to chat with CEOs and presidents of large organizations. Thank you for coming in and talking about this.
Thank you.
Yeah, good for having us.
You.